for joining us again. As you can see, looking at the picture, I'm just washing the hull down, giving this a bit of a clean up because I've got a bit of blacking left over on the boat. So I'm just going to give the hull a bit of a blacking just to make it look more presentable. We've got the Riverbank Festival coming up very soon that we're going to be going out to, and then we're planning on taking a trip up the Soar. So just want to clean it up a little bit for now. We are looking next year at getting the boat out of the water and doing the hull completely. So this is just a temporary fix, like I said, just to make it look a bit prettier.
I'm driving down an empty freeway, no waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.
What we're looking at doing now is we're going to look at putting a decent battery tray in. So I've got 4 brand new Leisures and a crank battery, and I want to replace this in here with the full box. So I've got to strip this one out, then make some room for it. Cut all these, they don't look like they've been in very long, to be honest, these rods that are just as a battery tray. But we need to get more in there than this. Might have to move the fuel lines as well. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So that's the battery stripped out. Go get this wiring out of the way now, so we can get the angle grinder in there, take like them off, that hoop there, that bar just there, that one there, there's a hoop the other side. I think we're going to have to cut this out as well. This is a support that they've put in for the fuel lines. So yeah, I think we're going to have to cut that out, possibly move the fuel lines over a bit, or run it at the back. I don't know yet, we'll see. It's got to be away from this exhaust somewhat. This exhaust does need wadding up yet. That's another job I've got to do. So yeah, let's crack on. So after a bit more consideration, decided not to put the battery tray just there. One, because I'll have to move the exhaust over a little bit. Two, it's just going to be too tight with everything else that's there. So we're going to rewire it, and we're going to put it in there like that. It's nice and out of the way. Yeah, it's nice and out of the way. Be nice and tidy once it's done. So that's what we're going to do. Cool. Oh, it's an absolutely beautiful night in the marina. Look at that sky. It's crazy, crazy sky. Right, that's all the hull blacked off. Wheels, agree, looks loads better. I'm going to go around and touch the red oxide up, so we can get that basically just cleaned up. Starting to really think about going away now, so starting to crack on with all these bits. That's the hull. The other side, sure you agree, looks loads better. Yeah, so I'm loading my van as well with all the stuff that I'm taking home. Like I say, we're starting to slim down now. We've got it all measured up for the batteries. I've got to get a bit more cable in, but I've got another leisure battery to put in there yet. And we're thinking now about putting 5 leisure batteries in, and the crank over, leaving the crank over this side where it was. Just because, well, more batteries the better, isn't it? So yeah, so that's well underway. I've put the new bilge pump in. I don't know whether you can see it. You can see the big black pipe there. Look, still got to fix it down, but that's in. Simon started putting the electrics in. So the consumer unit, that's in. That is just temporary. It's going to go on that back wall eventually, but obviously that back wall's not there yet, so that's temporary. We started putting temporary lights in just for when we go away. I've strung another load of wiring under there, and then the wiring there waiting for the lights and the switches, same as there, waiting for the lights and the switches. So yeah, that's it so far. Morning. So got to keep my voice down a bit. It's 5 AM in the morning. I'm getting up to do some more painting. I was painting last night till it got dark, because it's at the minute it's the 2 hottest days of the year. I need to get this painting done so we can go to like I say, getting ready for the Riverbank Festival now. I've been busy doing some bits which I'll show you later, but for now it's get some painting done at 5 AM in the morning. I'll get this roof painted. It's another coat of red oxide. So it's painted.
You can't tell me the deck is stacked. You can't whisper behind my back. the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. You can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at, and turn it back around. You can't stop me now. You can't stop me. All the blood, sweat, and sacrifice. Oh, I paid the dearest price. And no shortcuts here for destiny. I'll take the long way proud. Oh, I know what I've earned, and now it's my turn. Lighting the fuse, let it burn. My time is rising, and you can't bring me down. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. My feet have come too far for you to tie them to the ground. Can't stop me now. Can't stop me now. Set my sights on where I'm going at, and turn it back around. Can't stop me. Can't stop me now.
Pull the roof up. And pull the back on the doors. So I've got a little bit more to do, and then that's about all I'm going to have to do today, because the sun is coming up fast and it's starting to heat up already. It's getting really bad, so yep, I think I'll be doing a bit more, then going home. Come back down tonight. So I'm having to work at the minute, just in the evenings. Like I say, it's too hot to do anything through the day. But we will be ready for our holidays. Beautiful day in the marina. Hot in a bit. So I've touched all the hull up, which you'd have seen. Yeah, it wasn't coming out of the water really, but it was just a tidy up for now to make it look better. So we've got this hatch about done. These other windows in here now, so it lets loads of light in. I'm just starting to look at getting the boat sorted out for going away now. So I've pretty much done all the major big jobs, although I am, as you've seen, well actually you might not have seen on this one, but starting to fit a battery tray in, so I can have, I've got 4 leisure batteries and 1 crank battery. Dan's welded me a box up so we can place them all into the box and have them all nice, neat and tidy. Yeah, so I'm starting to put bits in, like I've strung this little bit of electric in here, 12 volt system that's running the telly. I'll just turn you around a little bit so you can see that. There, look, I've got my telly in now. Yeah. So yeah, I've had a lot of people ask me about surveys and whether I had one done, and the answer is no. I've seen a lot of gossip recently on Facebook on certain pages and all that. Would I suggest getting a survey done? Yeah, get a survey done, get yourself covered, find out what's exactly wrong with the boat. The reason why I didn't have one done is because, one, the boat came with a story that the bloke had all the bottom done, and when I went to have a look at the boat, there's plating that you can blatantly see that's not been done too long ago, that's all the way down the side of it. So the logic behind that was thinking, well, if they've done all that plating, the bottom would probably be good, because yeah, you wouldn't do all that plating if it had a bad bottom in it. So that was one thing. Another thing was that it cost me about £700 to have it pulled out of the water and then surveyed. £700 to £1,000. Basically, I've got Dan that helps me out in any way, plus I can weld a bit myself and all that lot. So if the worst was to have come forward, that it did need a lot of work, we was able to do it, and that £1,000 would have gone a long way to buying materials to actually fix the boat in the first place. So that's another reason, but I still did take a chance. But when we pulled all the floor up and everything and had a look over it, as you've seen in the earlier videos, it's really good on the floor. I've got no concerns about the floor on this at all. So that's why I didn't have a survey done. I've seen a couple of other things on Facebook as well. Somebody put up pictures on one of the groups of some rust in an engine bay. And somebody said on there that it didn't look too bad to them. Years of experience told them that it didn't look too bad. And I thought, what a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish. I'm not very funny, but from a picture you cannot tell how bad rust is. You need to give it a tap round with an hammer, see what flakes off, see what's underneath it, see if there's anything underneath it, or will it just keep going and going and going, because that happens. But for somebody to look at a picture and say, nah, that's alright, that's complete rubbish. So if you get any advice like that, don't follow it, because it's not right. The only way you can find out whether rust is that bad is, like I said, give it a tap round. A bit of rust from looking at a picture ain't that bad. That's rubbish. And the bloke was saying, oh yeah, well I can tell that from years of experience. Rubbish, mate. I don't care. I don't care how much experience you got. A picture is not going to tell you nothing when it comes to rust. It could just be a bit of surface rust that's going to flake off. It could be really bad. So bear that in mind. Like I say, survey wise, get a survey. Just get a survey. If you're not confident, get a survey, because it could end up costing you thousands. As I said, we're quite capable of doing a lot of it ourselves. Well, to be honest, all of it ourselves. But if you're not, you could be running, I've heard of people running into like 14-15 grand's worth of welding work being needed to be done on boats. And if you've only paid, say, 30 or something for the boat, it's like half the value of the boat that you've paid, and you won't get the money back. So yeah, get a survey, get it done. Right, that's about it. Thank you for following us. Please subscribe, click like, share, subscribe, all that as they say. And we'll see you next week. Cheers.